Okay, I was originally going to do a big video on how we got everything ready and all this other type of stuff, but the chicks got here before I was able to do that, so here's the sneak preview of the chicks. These are Golden Comet chickens. They're supposedly good for a beginner breed. They produce a lot of eggs. We literally just picked them up from the post office. That's our heater unit right there. So if you look down, there they are. The chickens, for the first few days, like to have it around 90 degrees, 95 degrees. So this is what they call a brooder and a heater. So right now it's on the brooder setting, which is about 90 degrees. And then, as you can see on the side over there, it has adjustments to where if they get too hot or too cold, you can adjust it up or down. And so we literally picked them up about 20 minutes ago. They come in a pack of 10. All 10 survived. So that's good. And so now they're learning the ropes. And Andre also wanted to pick this breed of chicken because supposedly the males look different from the females when they're hatchlings like this. And so she said we might have two roosters. So let's hope not.
I think this one might be because it's lighter in color.
Yeah. So, and
the roosters are supposed to be lighter in color and the females are darker in color.
So we shall see. Alright, stepping back, this is our little brooder box that we built. And Andre wanted to protect the OSB, so a couple days ago I painted kills up on the bottom and on the sides. I kind of ran out of kills, so I only got up that far, but that should be fine. Andre just wanted to have a surface that we could wash. And then showed you the heater already. And then there's the little baby waterer. That one's designed for hatchlings, so they don't stick their head in there and drown accidentally. And then we had a little water container. We were getting water up to room temperature, and that's basically the lid for the container. And so once they get about a week or two old, we'll switch to these. These are for the baby chicks. And so if I put my hand in front of it here, you can see the size difference there. And then I'm going to go outside in a second. The guys are going to come out because I can't go outside without them. I'll show you the coop area. Okay, here is the coop area. And yes, we got the chicken coop itself, which we'll go into and look at in a second. But I wanted to show before that, we wanted to have a shade system over the coop. So when it gets really hot in the summertime, it could actually shade the coop more. And so the cheapest thing that we found that would be good for the high wind weather that we get around here is basically a dog kennel. So this is a 10 by 10 dog kennel, and then we bought the roof option to go with it. The dog kennel came pre-assembled. It was just in 4 big pieces, so we didn't have to stretch the chain link or anything like that. This we did have to build, but that wasn't that complicated. So let's go inside. Sherlock always wants to come in here, but little does he know that this is supposed to be designed for him to be in here. And I really don't think he would want to be in here for a certain amount of time. So here's the chicken coop that we got. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. And this is what I'm going to call our experimental chicken coop. We got this from Tractor Supply. And the thing I liked about this one is that it could house up to 6 chickens. And most importantly, it's 100% covered with 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch mesh. You want the 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch mesh because it'll keep predators out, and it'll keep most snakes out and stuff like that. Now, they say you need 10 square feet of chicken run area per chicken. And so this is only about 18 square feet here. So the other reason we got this 10 by 10 is that even though we're only going to have 6 chickens in here, they're going to have 100 square feet, because in the daytime, what I'll do is we'll just let them out, and then they'll just roam around in this entire area. Then at night, we'll stick them inside. So let me open this up. And we already got the final feeder and water in here, because I just wanted to see how big it was going to be. There's the roost for them, the door to go in and out of coops on the other side over here. So in reality, this is actually going to be on this side, so it can be away from the door. But this thing's designed, I think, for like 20 or 25 chickens, so our 6 chickens should be no problem. It has a lot of ventilation to it. Then on the back here, everything has this double or triple lock system, which amongst other things keeps the raccoons from coming in here and causing mayhem. So there's 3 different nesting boxes in here. Everybody says anywhere between, you need 1 nesting box for every 3 to 5 chickens. Well, we're going to have 6 total. So we put our waterer, which is right there, in one of the nesting boxes. So we'll see if the chickens are going to like it. This particular breed of chicken, the Golden Comet, is supposed to be a non-broody chicken. So they are smaller than like a standard chicken. A standard white chicken that you would think of, those are called leghorns. And these are a lot smaller than those. So like I said, this is going to be our experimental coop. Andre already has visions of having a coop that we're going to build later. But this should get us off the ground for a while. Now the chickens, the hatchlings need to stay inside until they get full feathers. And so for this particular breed, it's about 6 weeks that they get full feathers. So they're going to stay inside until they get feathers, and then we'll transition them out here. And then once they're out here, they'll stay out here permanently. And they say between 16 and 20 weeks is when they'll start actually laying eggs. These are very high productive chickens. So they should lay between 250 and 300 eggs a year, which is about 5 or 6 a week. So we shall all see if that's actually the case. What I'm showing you now is the gable end, which as you can see is completely open. So what I'm going to do before they come out here is that if you look over here, zoom in a little bit. If you see that rolled up piece of fence right there, that's the remnants of our welded fence that we used for the garden last year. So I'm going to take that and put it over here to keep mainly the feral cats from climbing the fence and then getting into the coop area. So that is about it for the chickens. So as they get older and stuff, we'll do more videos. And as far as all of the weeds and stuff in here, the chickens will end up destroying this entire area. So we're just going to leave all this that's in here so then they can just have a little fun. But we're getting ready to plant grass out here, hopefully in the next month or so. So we got to herbicide all of this stuff and kill everything over here so then we can plant grass. And since this is 2 acres we're going to be doing, we're not doing sod, because that sod would be massively expensive. So it'll be with grass seed. The grass seed we're going to be using is called Bahia, and that's a really good pasture type grass. It's low maintenance and it's designed for larger areas. The only other grass seed I was interested in would have been the Bermuda grass, but the Bahia grass is more drought and heat and wet tolerant than Bermuda is. The reason I like Bermuda grass is very low. And so what I'm doing now is I'm putting all this stuff back in. And there we go. So that's the beginning of the chickens. And obviously the guys are not going to be in with the chickens. Shellac, of course, found a shady spot right here. And so yeah, as you can see in the back, I haven't had a whole lot of time to do videos. So we've planted a bunch of stuff back here, which is mainly the in-ground stuff. So I know I got the camera all over the place. Hold on a second. Alright, so doing shaky cam, I actually paused the video. Go figure. Alright, those are actually 4 fake whiskey barrels. I say fake because they look like whiskey barrels, but they're resin instead of wood. The reason for that is those were $25 a piece and the wood ones were like $75 a piece. So Andrea wanted to plant potatoes in those things. So we'll see how that goes. We also got a burn barrel, which I'm going to have to get a separate drill bit in order to cut holes into it, because I was able to cut one hole into it, but it took like 5 minutes and drained about an entire battery. So that's not good. Our composter, our friend's going to get a composter because we're going to start composting like crazy here in a minute, and that's going to be way too small. And then the other thing is we got 200 feet of hose, and we got this nice movable hose reel, because we're going to need to use that on this side and on the other side. And we don't have the money right now to duplicate that on the other side, so we just got a hose reel. So that's about it for the baby chicks. We'll go inside one bit again, see how they're doing. Okay, one last look at the baby chicks. So I'm glad that all 10 survived. And what we're going to do, since we're only going to have 6 of them, and they can only be shipped in packs of 10, that we have at least 2 different people that would take the extras. So what we want to do is I want to keep all 10 of these for 6 weeks, just in case one of them dies for some reason. And so as long as we have a net of 6, then any of the rest of them we'll give to other people. So if there are any roosters in there, then maybe accidentally they can have the roosters. So, okay, that's about it for chicken life on day 1.